You drop off your ATV at the repair shop. The estimate is $800. You authorize the work. You wait a week. You call for an update. They tell you they found more problems. Now it's $1,600. You authorize that too. You wait another week. You pick up your machine. You pay the bill. You get it home. And it still doesn't run right. This is not bad luck. This is the new reality. ATV repairs have become a scam. Shops are padding estimates, selling unnecessary parts, charging for work they don't do, and counting on you to not know enough to catch them. If you're a senior rider from the US, Canada, or Europe on a fixed income, these scams are stealing your retirement. And they're counting on you being too tired, too frustrated, or too trusting to fight back. Today, I'm going to name the scams. I'm going to show you the proof. I'm going to tell you exactly how shops steal from you. And I'm going to give you a strategy to protect your money. Let's start with the most common scam you'll never see coming. The underscore. Quote underscore 0 underscore. Scam. You bring your ATV in for a specific problem. The shop finds it. They fix it. But wait, they also quote one other problems while they were in there. They have photos. They have explanations. They have a list. Here's what's really happening. The shop is creating work. They're pointing at normal wear and calling it a problem. They're showing you a dirty air filter and telling you it needs replacement. They're showing you a corroded bolt and telling you it's a safety issue. Every item on that list is a line item on your bill. Every line item is profit. Some of it might be legitimate, most of it is not. I've seen shops tell customers that a CVT belt with 500 miles needed replacement. I've seen shops tell customers that brake pads at 50% life were, quote, two. I've seen shops tell customers that a slightly scratched piece of plastic was structural damage. The scam works because you don't know. You're not a mechanic. You trust the shop, and they exploit that trust. Now pause here. Has a shop ever discovered problems on your machine that seemed suspicious? Comment below, because the next scam is even more profitable for them. The special tool scam. This one is beautiful in its simplicity. The shop tells you that your repair requires a special tool that only they have. Therefore, you have to pay their price. You can't go anywhere else. Here's the truth. Most ATV repairs require standard tools. Sockets, wrenches, screwdrivers, pliers. The occasional torque wrench. Nothing exotic. When a shop claims you need a special tool, ask them what tool. Ask them to show it to you. Ask them if you can buy it yourself. 9 times out of 10, the special tool is a $50 puller you can buy on Amazon, or a $100 diagnostic tool that's available to the public, or a $30 bit that comes in any mechanic's set. The shop is not using a $50,000 proprietary computer. They're using a $200 code reader that you can buy from Rock Auto. They're just hoping you don't know that. The quote 8 delay your ATV has been at the shop for 3 weeks. You call for an update. Quote 9 they say. You call next week. Quote 10, you call again. Quote 11. Here's the scam. The shop is not waiting for parts. They're waiting for time. They took your machine in, pushed it to the back, and haven't touched it. Every day it sits there. They're not losing money. You're losing patience. When you finally get impatient enough to call and complain, they magically find the parts. They express ship them. Your machine is ready in 2 days. The parts were never missing. The shop was just prioritizing other work, higher margin work, easier work for customers who complain louder. Meanwhile, your ATV sits. You don't ride, and the shop doesn't care. Now pause again. Have you ever experienced waiting for parts that stretched for weeks? Comment below, because the next scam is the one that should make you angry enough to do something. The we lost the estimate bait and switch. You get a written estimate for $800. You drop off your machine, you wait. You call for an update. We're into it now, they say. Going to be more than we thought. When you pick up your machine, the bill is $1,200. When you question the difference, they say the estimate was just a preliminary, and the actual work required more time and parts. Here's the truth. The shop lowballed the estimate to get you in the door. They knew it would cost more. They counted on you approving the additional work once the machine was already torn apart. This is illegal in most states. A written estimate is a contract. They can't exceed it by more than 10% without your written approval. But most shops ignore this law because most customers don't know their rights. Next time you get an estimate, ask for it in writing. Ask them to state that they will not exceed the estimate without your approval. If they refuse, take your machine elsewhere. The _quote_18_fiction. You approve a repair. The shop orders parts. You change your mind or find another shop. You cancel the work. The shop tells you there's a 20% restocking fee on the parts they ordered. Here's the truth. Most parts suppliers do not charge restocking fees, or they charge a small flat fee. The shop is inventing a restocking fee to punish you for canceling. Ask the shop for the supplier's restocking fee policy in writing. Ask for a receipt showing what they actually paid. 9 times out of 10, they'll drop the fee. The _quote_19_fraud. Here's the scam that makes mechanics the most money. The shop uses a flat rate manual that says a particular job takes 4 hours. They charge you for 4 hours. The actual job takes a skilled mechanic 2 hours. You're paying for time they didn't work. 2 hours of pure profit. The flat rate system was invented to protect customers from slow mechanics. It's supposed to mean you only pay for the time a job should take, not the time it actually takes. But shops have twisted it into a way to overcharge. Here's how you fight this. Ask the shop for the flat rate time before they start the work. Write it down. Then, when you pick up your machine, ask how long it actually took. If the actual time was significantly less than the flat rate, challenge the bill. Most shops will adjust. Some won't. The ones that won't, never go back. The specific scams for specific models. Let me get specific about the repairs that shops love to overcharge for, using models from our list. Arctic Cat Altera CVT service. The shop says the entire CVT needs replacement. $1,500. The actual fix is a $40 belt, or a $60 set of clutch weights, or a $30 spring. Do it yourself for under $100. Can-Am Outlander wiring harness. The shop says the entire harness needs replacement. $2,000 in parts. $1,200 in labor. The actual fix is finding the cracked wires and wrapping them with electrical tape. Parts cost, $20. Labor, 1 Saturday afternoon. CF Emoto C-Force ECU failure. The shop says the ECU is bad and needs replacement. $800. They don't tell you that the ECU is locked and only they can program it. The actual problem is often a bad sensor or a loose connection. Diagnose it yourself with a $50 multimeter. Polaris Sportsman front differential leak. The shop says the entire differential needs replacement. $1,800. The actual fix is a $15 seal and an hour of labor. Or, if the housing is cracked, a $200 used housing from eBay. Yamaha Raptor transmission problems. The shop says the transmission needs a full rebuild. $2,500. The actual fix is a $12 shift drum stopper lever and 2 hours of labor. I've seen this exact scam dozens of times. Honda Foreman electric shift failure. The shop says the shift motor needs replacement. $800. The actual fix is cleaning the angle sensor or replacing the $20 brush kit, or adjusting the shift lever position switch with a screwdriver. These scams are not isolated. They are the business model. How to protect yourself. Now that you know the scams, here's how to fight back. Get everything in writing. The estimate, the parts list, the labor hours, the total cost, and a statement that they won't exceed the estimate without your approval. Ask for the old parts back. This is your legal right in most states. When the shop knows you want the old parts, they're less likely to charge you for parts they didn't replace. Get a second opinion. If the estimate is over $500, take your machine to another shop. Pay the diagnostic fee. Compare the estimates. The truth will emerge. Use independent shops. Dealerships have higher overhead and higher labor rates. Independent shops are often cheaper and more honest. They rely on repeat business, not one-time rip-offs. Learn to do it yourself. This is the only real defense. The more you know about your machine, the harder it is for a shop to scam you. Watch YouTube videos, read forums, buy a service manual. Join a local ATV group. Other riders know which shops are honest and which are scams. Ask for recommendations. Share your experiences. The community polices itself. What to do if you've been scammed. If you believe a shop has scammed you, here's your path. First, confront them. Go back to the shop. Calmly explain why you believe you were overcharged. Show them the evidence. Ask for a refund. Second, write a review. Google Maps, Facebook, Yelp, ATV forums. Name the shop. Name the owner. Describe exactly what happened. Other riders need to know. Third, file a complaint. Your state's Attorney General's office handles consumer fraud complaints. So does the Better Business Bureau. It might not get your money back, but it creates a record. Fourth, small claims court. If the amount is significant, file a claim. You don't need a lawyer. Bring your estimate, your receipt, and your evidence. Many shops will settle before the court date. Fifth, accept the loss and move on. Some fights aren't worth winning. If you're out a few $100s, consider it tuition in the school of hard knocks. Learn the lesson. Never go back. The one repair that isn't a scam. Let me be fair. Some repairs are genuinely expensive. Complete engine rebuilds, transmission overhauls, frame straightening. These jobs require specialized skills and tools. They cost what they cost. The scam isn't the expensive repair. The scam is the unnecessary repair, the inflated estimate, the padded hours, the parts that weren't needed. Learn to tell the difference. Ask questions. Trust your gut. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Your turn now. I want to hear from you. What's the worst repair scam you've ever experienced? How much did you overpay? What did the shop tell you? And how did you find out the truth? Share your stories in the comments. Name the shop. Name the location. Protect your fellow riders. And if you're a mechanic watching this who runs an honest shop, I want to hear from you too. How do you differentiate yourself from the scammers? What should customers look for in an honest shop? Next week, I'm making a video about how to do your own repairs. The basic tools you need, the jobs you can handle, the resources that will save you thousands. Hit like if you want to see it. Until then, keep the rubber side down and your eyes open. The repair shops are counting on your ignorance. Don't let them steal your retirement.